It's the late 1990s, and in Munich, a fierce debate was underway. Where should Bayern Munich's future home be? Bayern's current home of the Olympiastadion had been their primary residence since 1972, when the stadium was built for the Olympics, which were hosted by Munich. But as you can probably tell, and West Ham fans would like to remind you every 5 minutes, having a running track around a football pitch has a profound negative impact on the experience for supporters, with them not being close to the action, unlike in conventional stadiums. 1997 was a year of much success for the clubs in Munich, with Bayern winning the German title. I know, shock horror, but the league was a little bit more competitive back then, and Munich's other club, 1860, were taking part in UEFA Cup. From this success, a growing movement for a new stadium was underway, with Germany's greatest ever player, Mr. Franz Beckenbauer, saying, "Watching football should be fun and a great experience for everyone." However, the city of Munich wasn't so keen on the idea, preferring for a rebuild of their current ground, the Olympic Stadium. The movement would continue to grow, with the Bayern Munich board voting for a new stadium in late 1997 and proposing 500 million Deutschmarks, or about 15 Manuel Neuers in today's money, would be invested in building a new stadium, but the city government would stand firm in opposing the idea. After a certain amount of persuasion and a coalition of support from Munich's two clubs, the city government would warm to the idea, but in true democratic fashion, the proposal would be put to a citywide referendum for the residents of Munich to ultimately decide its fate. The first thing to get sorted was the location of the stadium, and after 5 different locations were considered, it was decided the ground would be located in Fruitmanning, which lies 6 miles north of Munich city centre. Once the location was sorted, the committee needed to get a design ready for a referendum in October 2001. The results were in, and 65% of the residents voted in favour for a new stadium, so it would be full steam ahead on the development. Construction on the stadium began in October 2002, and as Germany was to host the 2006 World Cup, for which the stadium would be a venue for the tournament, it would have to be finished a year before the event, as stipulated by FIFA, so there would be pressure for the construction to progress without too many hitches. However, there would be issues during construction, which would come from unexploded World War II bombs within the site, which, as you can imagine, would delay progress. To help ensure fans could access the stadium with ease, the infrastructure around the site was to be beefed up, which included an esplanade which would lead fans from the upgraded Fruitmanning U-Bahn station to the stadium. Below this esplanade would hide the biggest multi-storey car park in Europe, with over 11,000 car parking spaces. Now for the nitty-gritty engineering part of the stadium. To protect fans from the elements, the stadium has a 65-metre long roof which cantilevers over the fans. To support this gargantuan structure, the roof is made up of steel trusses which transfers the loads radially to the main grandstand, in which 350 concrete pillars support it, which then transfers the loading to the stadium's foundations and then the ground. 22,000 tonnes of steel and 120,000 cubic metres of concrete were used during the stadium's construction. However, the pièce de résistance of the stadium, which it's renowned for whenever you look at images of it, is its facade. This consists of 2,874 ETFE, basically plastic, foil cushions which are blown up with air and are lit up individually, allowing the exterior of the stadium to change colours for different occasions. Construction on the stadium, now called the Allianz Arena, would be completed in April 2005 to a total capacity of 66,000 spectators, with the stadium hosting its first game a month later, and would also host 6 matches during the 2006 World Cup. From then on, the stadium has continued to expand to its current capacity of 75,000, becoming an icon within the football stadium scene, and with such a successful team like Bayern Munich calling it home, it has always managed to stay in the spotlight and attract the eyes of many to its iconic colourful facade, being the perfect backdrop for a good old meltdown on Arsenal Fan TV. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and join us as we continue to tell the stories behind the world's greatest achievement, one wonder at a time. This has been a civil conversation, and I will see you in the next video.